Hello ladies and gentlemen, Safehouse here, and today I'll be talking about a traditional mage sort of build, because there is so many options and stuff in the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm trying to make it a little bit more simple for people to choose some builds. So this one is my traditional mage. I played around with this in the beta for quite a bit. I made it past level 10, tried out some PvP as well, and I really did enjoy it. I didn't get to do any dungeons with it, but these are the abilities that I found that are going to be probably the strongest for your traditional sort of mage if that's the way you're looking to play it. So obviously I've gone Sorcerer, although there are other classes such as Dragonite that can play mages, and I have gone with the High Elf because you get the extra experience with the Destruction Staff, increased Magicka recovery while in combat, that increases with more points put in, same with increased Max Magicka, and increased damage with Cold Fire and Shock, which also increases with level. So all very good abilities to have, especially when you're using elemental damage and that kind of thing as well, which you do in this build. Obviously using a Destruction Staff, but on one we have Endless Fury, which comes from Storm Calling and is the upgrade from Mage's Fury. Deals 10 shock damage, explodes for an additional 27 shock damage if the target falls below 20% health within 4 seconds. The explosion deals 5 shock damage to enemies within a 4 meter radius of the target. Killing an enemy with this ability restores 110 Magicka. So the upgrade I've chosen is the Endless Fury one, which gives you that extra Magicka. It is a great finisher. I would definitely recommend having it on your bar. It's a lot of damage at 27 shock damage. So that is your finisher. Next, on number 2, we have Destructive Clench, which is actually part of the Destruction Staff. So upgraded it so that it adds additional elemental effects. This is going to be your knockback, because I'm going to be using a Fire Staff, and I would recommend you do that as well. Deals 11 magic damage to target enemy. Fire Touch causes knockback and stun, so that's the only one we're going to worry about because we're going to be using a Fire Staff. So this is going to be your CC to keep them off you if they get close to you, gap close or any of those sort of things. Number 3, we go to Dark Magic. And we have Crystal Fragments, which is the upgrade of Crystal Shard. So, deals 34 magic damage to target and knocks down for 2 seconds. 35% chance to make your next use an instant cast, and costs 50% less when activating ability with a magic cost. So, obviously very good. It's going to be your main ability that you're going to be spamming for your magic damage. For single target, obviously, you've got other abilities, which you'll see next for your AoE damage. But this is the one because it knocks down for 2 seconds, only got 1.3 cast time, so you can almost permanently just sort of CC them. Obviously you're going to run out of Magicka eventually, but it is a great ability. It really does a lot of damage. It's going to be your main damage source for single target. The upgrade obviously gives you the 35% chance to make your next use an instant cast and cost less. So your AoE is going to come from the Lightning Flood. Well, obviously you've got AoE in the Endless Fury as well, but this is going to be your main AoE. So that comes from Storm Calling here, and Lightning Flood upgrade of Lightning Splash. Creates a pool of lightning for 3 seconds that deals 7 shock damage every 0.5 seconds. A nearby ally may activate Conduit, instantly shocking enemies for 22 shock damage. So obviously you're going to be better when you're at a party, so someone can activate that as well. But it really is just a great ability for the AoE damage. You're going to need it for dungeons, even just while you're soloing, if you've got a few mobs around. But yeah, that's going to be part of your AoE. Number 5. So you've got your finisher, you've got your CC, you have your main source of damage, single target, you've got your AoE damage, and you've got your enhance to your damage. I was tossing up between maybe increasing your damage and chucking on a shield, but I'm thinking on your next weapon set, once you hit level 15, you can switch between weapons. That is going to be the one that you're going to have your more survivability on. So this one I've just gone for damage. So reduces target spell resistance to fire, shock, and cold by 40% for 18 seconds. Restores 150 Magicka to player when attacking target with fire, shock, or cold damage. So obviously I'm getting a lot of Magicka regen in there, so you can keep using a lot of abilities. This is going to be the one you start off with to increase all of your damage by, or reduce their resistance by 40%, which is going to increase your damage by quite a significant amount. So obviously throw that down first, and so that's your buff. Next is going to be your ultimate, which is going to be your big source of damage. This actually comes from the Mage's Guild. It's quite slow leveling up the Mage's Guild, so it's going to take a while to get, but trust me, this ability is worth it. It really is amazing. Deals 49 cold damage to target and 22 cold damage to nearby enemies. All affected enemies are knocked back and snared by 70% for 6 seconds. So that is a lot of damage for that one target, and a lot of damage in the AoE as well. Obviously knocking them back and slowing them as well is going to come in handy, but it's really just that big bursty damage to even finish them off or get them down to that 20% so that your Endless Fury will activate. So I believe this is a great well-rounded traditional mage build. It's got a bit of everything. It's going to give you a lot of versatility in all situations, and it still opens up your second weapon choice to something that you want to choose, really. It's pretty open-ended what you can take. Probably wouldn't take a bow because it's going to take a lot of stamina and you're focusing on magicka. Once you get towards max level, it's not going to make much difference because gear can cap out your magicka and your stamina. I'm probably myself going to go restoration staff because I know it can be a bit of a pain trying to get a group when you're a DPS sometimes. If you just have a restoration staff and have your second lot of skills, once you hit level 15 obviously, when you can switch to a healer, then that's going to be really beneficial because you can just use Q for dungeon as a healer and you'll be fine. Obviously you're going to be a little bit more limited than someone who's actually maybe picked a Templar and has the extra healing abilities and such on their class, but you really can choose any weapon that you want. I am most likely to go with restoration staff, but if you prefer something else you can do that too. So good luck in Elder Scrolls, not too long now, just a little bit over a week, and we will be in there for real. So I hope to see you all then. Thank you very much for watching, and if this video helped you out or you just enjoyed it, please smack that like button, or you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos similar to this one. Thanks guys.